What's going on, guys? Sdotbell MMA here. So what I'm going to do today is I decided to do a breakdown of the Raymond Daniels fight, because this style of fighter is very interesting to watch. And I feel like a lot of people when fighting this style of fighter, Raymond Daniels, Wonder Boy, MVP, they don't understand what you should be doing when fighting somebody who fights that karate point style background. So, I'm going to go ahead and jump into a breakdown and let me know what you guys think. All right. So as we jump into it, what you're going to notice about these style of fighters is that, they're very in and out, obviously, because they're trying to make sure they're taking as little damage as possible. But when they're shooting in, when they're hitting these shots, you see they're very focused on having these, really linear angles with their shots. What's important to note is that you can't be linear as well. You have to come at angles. You see they're shooting in, they're shooting out. What they're known for is their quickness, their elusiveness, kind of like a snake striking at you. You'll see even as he moves out, he's very quick. He's waiting. He's calm. He's kind of lulling you, and then he's in and he's out. One thing you do not want to do when dealing with these type of guys is chase. Here you see he's trying to chase him down. Again, he's kind of running after him. Again, they're known for their quickness, so chasing them is not going to do you a lot of good. They're going to be focused on getting out of the way. Better strategy here is to work on cutting your angles. So when he's backing up, if you're able to cut off the angle that he's trying to take, then it's going to be much easier to strike with him here as opposed to trying to chase him down and go speed for speed. What you'll notice about Raymond's opponent is because he backs up instead of changing angles when trying to move out of the way of shots or attack, he's an easy target to hit. So a lot of the shots Raymond's throwing are going to land on him. You see there he's able to land the jab, the spinning back kick, and he just keeps moving forward and backward, and that's what makes him able to easily get hit and obviously not be able to get a lot of shots off. A part of that as well is because this fighter has more of a Muay Thai style of kickboxing. And with that, it's kind of problematic because you see he's trying to check kicks, but Raymond's throwing body kicks or spinning back kicks, and those aren't great kicks to try to check. And because of that, he's not able to stop the onslaught of offense. And Raymond has a lot of tools at his disposal that he's able to display right here. You see he's in and out with his shots, the type of kicks that he's throwing. He's giving him different looks, setting up angles. There, he push kicks in, then throws a round kick here, and then a jumping kick right there at the end. Now, another tool that would be very useful in instances like this is the ability to change levels. Because you know he's willing to throw these spinning kicks here. If he knows that you can threaten the takedown, he's going to have to force him to make different decisions. And again, if you're able to start changing your angles and change levels, it's going to make him a lot harder here when he's willing to throw these higher kicks. If you're able to drop down levels, this is where something creative like being a good wrestler or even something like capoeira would be very useful to a fighter. This exchange right here, I feel like is really important to note when it comes to talking about cutting off those angles. Here, he steps over. He has Raymond against the wall. Now, Raymond wants to step out of the way. As soon as he throws this first shot, it's good. But instead of cutting him off, he allows Raymond to step out and create more space from there. And then he's able to just reset. Again, if you've got him across the cage and you're able to cut off those angles, it's going to make it a lot easier to get the shots you want off, especially if you're a Muay Thai fighter like this guy is. Here you see more of Raymond really having his way with this guy. And again, you see here that the checking of kicks aren't really an effective tool when it comes to the type of kicks that Raymond Daniels is throwing. And again, you see the jab and everything here. All of it is just working. He's basically having his way, forcing this guy back and forth, and he's not really able to develop his offense. Now, this sequence right here, I think, was one of the shining moments for Wilker Barros. Here, again, he was able to get the clinch, but Raymond does a good job of swimming the hands in and then be able to get out. But let's look at it a little bit closer. You'll see here, as he starts to walk Raymond down here, again, he is a little bit linear, but what he does really well is that he's going to step out, and then that step out forces Raymond against the cage, and he's left with only one option, and that's to then start to come in. And this is where, again, he's going to feint, and then he decides to connect. What he should have done when connecting with that is then keeping him against the cage and then clasping his hands together, but he wasn't very tight with his clinch, and then Raymond was able to then swim his hands in, and then he gave up both underhooks, and then Raymond is then able to work his way out from there. And this may be both a testament to Raymond's experience, but also a testament to Wilker's inexperience being unable to hold Raymond down in this situation. Now here is where his second best sequence is. Again, Raymond comes in to try to throw a couple shots, but he's able to clinch again, throw some really good knees, get him against the wall. But I think he really needed a lot of work on his clinch game because he wasn't able to keep him in there. Here again, he's got him in the clinch. What he's got to work more on is his Muay Thai plum, being able to break Raymond's posture a little bit more, or even try some trips in this situation. But again, you have to make this a tougher fight. Again, cutting the angles, and then here, make it kind of a dirty fight in this situation to keep a guy as quick as Raymond Daniels down. Now you'll see from here that Raymond makes the adjustments he needs so that Wilkos is not able to hold him down again. Again, he's still in and out with his shots, picking his angles. Now you'll see he's starting to, again, just shoot in and out and then step out so that he's not against the cage at all. Once he feels like he's starting to get near the cage, you see him start to spin out. And this is where, again, Wilkos should start to use those angles to just cut him off and work him back. But Raymond's much more aggressive there, throwing another spinning kick to create some distance. But again, if you're willing to change levels, it's a lot easier for you to work your way in. Here you'll see in this sequence, again, he wants to try to get a hold of Raymond again. But this time he doesn't do as good of a job trying to switch that angle, and Raymond's just able to spin out. So here, again, once Raymond goes to connect, he wants to try to grab, but he's not using his hands very well. Here, again, he doesn't cut the angle very well at all. He goes to try to grab, but because Raymond is then spinning out, he's able to just push him out and then swing himself out. And now, once he's out, he has the whole cage to defend. Another issue you encounter with this type of fighter is their output can be significantly higher than yours. So you see here, any offense that Burroughs is willing to put on, Raymond has, 2 or 3 times, 4 times the output. So there he lands a leg kick, and then here Raymond comes with a body kick, a cross, and he's still there, not really doing much of anything. And then here, Raymond just continues to mount the offense with all the shots, head, body, spinning back kick. And I want you guys to notice the type of spinning back kick that he's been throwing throughout the fight there with the cross, and then the jab to the body. And then he throws more of a sweeping back kick, which actually sets up the next one he's going to throw, which is the one that involves a fight-ending sequence. This one was more of a sweeping back kick as opposed to a straight spinning back kick. And this exchange right here is a really small one, but it shows you the comfort that Raymond started to develop when dealing with this guy. He goes for a shot here, and then Raymond just kind of slips out the way really smoothly. Again, because he's cutting these linear angles really easily. Here, you'll see he's just feinting. And then the moment he goes to throw an actual shot at Raymond, he's just right out the way and then able to reset his offense. If by this point, again, Burroughs had been working his angles a little bit better, then he could have got more of that Muay Thai clinch stuff that he was working here. You see he goes for it again, and then Raymond is not having it, and he's able to then just step out. Then again, throw another sweeping spinning back kick right there. Again, throw more of those body jabs and then those crosses that he's been using this whole time, switching out like he has been doing before. And then really here is where the fight really just breaks down completely for this guy. Now here is where Raymond finally throws the straight spinning back kick, which is what then sets up this beautiful knockout right here. So we're going to go ahead and break that down one more time, this time with a little less curses and excitement from my last video. So here, again, this spinning back kick was more straight as opposed to the sweeping one he's been throwing this entire time. Now from this instance, the guy's thinking, oh, he's going to throw another round kick, but instead he decides to fake it. Here, he does a double spin, and then from here, instead of throwing the actual kick, he throws the cross, which puts this guy out, and it's then lights out from this point on. And this was really just a masterclass, but I hope I gave you guys a little bit of an understanding of how to deal with a guy with this style. Again, using angles, changing levels, and making it a dirty fight is really the easiest way to deal with a guy like this. But either way, it's still going to be really hard. All right, this is my first time doing a breakdown of somebody else's video. If you guys like this and you want more of it, please let me know. If not, tell me that too. But thank you guys again for watching.
Thank you guys again for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, please like the video, subscribe. If you want to see more of my videos, you can check me out on social media at Sdotbell on Instagram, Sdotbell MMA on Twitter, Facebook.com/Sdotbell MMA. Thank you guys again. Peace.